So, ladies and gentlemen, on this note, let me call upon our next speaker, Mr. Jaideep Parashar. He's the founder and CEO of ReThynk.AI Innovation and Research, and he'll be focusing on empowering India innovation, the role of AI in Make in India initiative.
Thank you very much, distinguished delegates, my fellow entrepreneurs, for your cordial and auspicious presence. I would like to thank Nitin as well for inviting me. 16 years back, specifically in 2008, I started my research journey as a passion, as a hobby. In the last 16 years, I read more than 1,000 books, hundreds of research papers, articles, magazine. In fact, in 2000, 12 onward, I have been reading 5 newspaper a day. So this, my presentation is not just a presentation, it's a combination of 16 years of research. And mark my word, you will be a different person when you are going to out from this presentation today. In 2019, I took a decision. I resigned from my government job to be in the corporate sector. This is what it means for me to be in business. It was well established job. इतनी established थी कि मुझे resign करने में 1 महीना लग गया. So we are here and we are seeing our dreams, not the dreams of the last generation where we asked us follow the government job. We are developing our dreams. All the members who came in before me, they said, we are not going to take much of your time, but I promise you, I'm going to take much of your time, and I'm not a liar. So let me start something which is empowering Indian innovation. And when I started my research journey 16 years back, a couple of questions came in front of me. Some came in the beginning and some came later. In 2013, a professor, when I was in IIT Delhi, asked me this question: what it takes to take IITs in top 20s at the global level. In 2016, I asked myself this question: what it takes to improve Indian Olympic performance. Next question: what it takes to make Indian companies grow globally. If you don't know the answer, we are going to cover all these answers in this presentation as well. So when I started my journey in 2008, the first question that came in front of me: why 95% businesses fail in first 5 years? If we reframe this question, then only 5% businesses succeed in first 5 years. And that was the most interesting question that I came across. You have all the knowledge. 2008 was the time when Google was there. You have all the knowledge that was available. All the book you can access for free of cost. All the research paper you can access for free of cost. Then what else is there? Why 95% businesses are failing? When I asked this question from ChatGPT, ChatGPT gave me one of the top 10 most repeated reply. And I thought ChatGPT has copied it from WhatsApp University. These are the most repeated reply, like lack of proper planning, lack of marketing, lack of research. When you start a company, you do your best. You do the best of marketing, you believe in the idea, you form trust, you build the best team. Then why 95% businesses fail and why only 5% businesses succeed? So I started asking this question myself over and over again, that why only 5% businesses succeed? There must be something they knew about it. There must be something they knew and we don't know. There must be something, maybe they are capturing it in Silicon Valley only. Because if we study some of the top organizations in the world, we can see they are from one geographical region, and that's Silicon Valley. So I started researching this question, and when I was in college, I started bunking my classes because I was so much obsessed with this question: why most of the companies that are coming from one geographical region are successful and why rest are not? That's such a big question. We should give our time and think about it. We all are in this journey. Are we part of 95% or are we part of 5%? There must be something which is hiding. And today our job is to find that 5% first. So before I give you that particular answer, that what makes these 5% companies or what these 5% companies hold, let me ask you a couple of questions. Next slide, please. And here is something. If I give you the best of the best knowledge, best of the best tools, investment, and location, everything, can you make a company successful which sell old scooter model based company successful? The answer can be yes or no. You can be successful. I'm not putting a doubt on your performance. I'm not putting a doubt on your intelligence. But can you make a company which sell bull cart, old bull cart? Can you make that company successful even if you have $1 trillion of funding? The answer is a clear no, because we are living in an age of technology where we have the best of the application. You can get your cab outside your home. You can access the metro. The advanced technology where we are looking for comfort, where we are looking for advanced growth. We want to save our time. When I was researching this question, there is one presentation on TED Talk, and this presentation is 9 year old. And the speaker studied more than 200 successful startups to find the answer that what made these 200 startups successful. He went through this question over and over again. He studied 200 startups, and I read more than 1,000 books to find the answers. And there is only one word, and that one word is time. According to that particular speaker, 42% of the companies startup which became successful, they were with the time. If you are in your business journey 5 years ahead of the time or 5 years behind the time, chances are you are going to fail in your business because people are not going to understand your vision. No matter how motivated we are, people say these days, coaches say that motivation is everything. No, motivation is not everything. The dead bodies which are lying on Mount Everest right now, they were highly motivated people, whether they lacked in strategy, resources, or preparation, but they died there. Only motivation will lead to death. So when we are talking about the most important factor we have to understand is timing. And this is the age of technology. And when it comes to time, let's talk about the keyword, which is artificial intelligence. This is not just a word, this is redefining everything in the business world, from marketing to HR to finance to making your financial decision. A few weeks back, we have covered one beautiful article in ReThynk.AI magazine. We have magazine ReThynk.AI where we cover artificial intelligence development and information from all over the world. We started it as a testing phase, and I would like to say that was really a big success because we had professionals writing from Germany, France, Italy, US, South Africa, and India. We had the combination of the best brain who were writing about artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is not just a keyword. People are even making their financial decision, investment decision with artificial intelligence. And here we are going to look into that as well. But is artificial intelligence is just a keyword, or it's happening around us and we have to look into it? In 2016, there was a wave, there was a time of YouTube growth, social media growth. At that point of time, those who started their YouTube journey, Instagram journey, they all became successful without much intelligence. In fact, those who are far ahead of you in terms of branding, marketing, they are not far intelligent as compared to you, but they started at the right time. So when there was a wave that was supporting their journey, they got unlimited response, and now they all are successful. So artificial intelligence is here. And one international institute did a research where, with the help of artificial intelligence, they found the symptoms of breast cancer 5 years in advance. That's the power of artificial intelligence. Then they tested it again in finance field, and artificial intelligence has beat one of the top brain investor brain in identifying the top investment opportunities. That's what we are looking at. If you are missing the artificial intelligence, you are missing the one of the best wave that we ever have in the entire history of this world. In fact, you can compare this particular time with the time of 1974, 1975, when Microsoft started, when Apple started. They were started at the right time. Do you think if Steve Jobs is going to start his company now, he will be successful? Chances are very rare. If Microsoft is going to start right now, chances are they are going to be successful very rare. So is this about artificial intelligence only? Or I have traveled for artificial intelligence only? To talk about artificial intelligence, you can find it just with one click. No, today I'm not here to talk about artificial intelligence. Today I'm here to show you what will happen in next 30 to 40 years. In fact, I'm not telling you what will happen in your future, in your business, but what government is going to do, what those who are sitting in Silicon Valley, they are going to do, what the world will do in next 30, 40 years. A few months back, there was a news. Sam Altman, the CEO, the founder of OpenAI, asked the investor to give him $7 trillion of funding. If my knowledge is correct, there are only two countries in the world which have GDP beyond 7 trillion. So what are they going to do with this much of amount? 7 trillion US dollar. Indian GDP will be $5 trillion very soon, and they are asking for 7 trillion. This question got me hooked totally, and I researched this question day and night. If I tell you my schedule, I read 10 to 12 hours a day. I researched this question. I went through every possible article from Indian media to foreign media to blogs to what influencers were saying, what experts were saying. And then I found they were not working on artificial intelligence only. They had a bigger plan, and that leads to the next word, which is Internet of Things. No matter what you are doing right now in your personal or professional life, you all are connected with Internet of Things. With AI, we are seeing the second wave, which is Internet of Things. From your smartphone to your cab to your work from home life, everything is connected with Internet of Things. If you think you are not connected with it or your job is not going to impacted by it, they are already impacting your job. AI and Internet of Things. In future, there will be huge demand for both of these things. In fact, when I studied the middle class, the Indian middle class, I found they are working very hard and they are very ambitious people. And they are looking for every possible opportunity that they can have to grow their personal and professional life. If you grow AI and IoT, then there will be huge demand for microchip. This is the buzzword. On 10th of September, when there was a debate between US presidential candidate Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, there was a specific question on microchip. This is such a big question that even president candidate are facing this question. Government of India is putting huge amount in artificial in semiconductor industry to build a semiconductor hub here in India. Right now, the biggest problem we are facing, in fact, we all are facing is there is only one hub of semiconductor chip in the world, and that's Taiwan. And now the world is concerned about it. So if you are looking from the perspective of where is the wave, here is the wave. AI, IoT, semiconductor chip. If you are looking for big investment, here is the wave. If you are looking for transition in your career, here is the wave. And these three things will lead us to robotics. If you are going to combine all these three factors in a proper ratio, then you will have the robotics. Currently, we see robotics only in videos, but the time will come when you will have robots everywhere from your school to college to hospital to airport to metro stations, even expo events. And After understanding the importance of this particular thing, I realized this is not just about 1 year or 2 year. We all are looking into next 30, 40 years. Like internet started in 1990s. Those who started at the early stage, they all are rich. They were not genius. They were not far intelligent as compared to you. They were at the right time, at the right place, and today we call them lucky. Think about Jeff Bezos is starting Amazon right now. He will struggle and he will struggle and he will struggle until he will give up. If you think others are lucky and we are not, you are lucky today because you are at the right time and at the right place to understand what is going to happen in next 30, 40 years. AI, IoT, semiconductor, and robotics. Now let me lead you to the next step. Before I go to, I would like to address a few questions about marketing. Why Indian companies are struggling? Why even after having you all the best product, all the best services, you struggle to make that impact that others companies from any part of the world are making? What they have specifically and what we are lacking. So when it comes to marketing, we Indian always promote our product, the specification of the product, and that the mistake we make. When we talk about our achievement, whether on LinkedIn or Instagram, we talk about what we have achieved, whether it's degree, whether it's certificate, whether it's awards. And here I studied Apple and Red Bull. Do you know what make Apple and Red Bull specific and the leader of the world in terms of their industry? They never promote their product. They never promote their service. They always promote one thing, what our products make you. Apple never talks about the product. Apple never talks about the microchip. It's just a part of the presentation. If they are giving the presentation, they are going to talk about it because investors are sitting in front of them and they have to appease the investor. But the entire psychological gist is they talk about what their product is going to make you. One of the key problem I have found in Indian companies, they promote their product and services or the features. From today onward, make it your mission. Whether you are writing on LinkedIn, whether you are putting on Instagram, never talk about product or service. Always talk about what it makes you. What it makes you. You are just writing a poem. Don't talk about the poem. Talk about what this poem is going to make you. If you are creating something for a kitchen, let's put IoT as the center of it. No matter what you are doing in terms of your product or service, from this moment onward, make IoT as the center of your product and service because this world will have huge demand for the IoT things, and those who are not promoting IoTs, they will be far behind in terms of the race. Whether you are making a product, talk to your founders, managers, directors, executives, how we can have it based on IoTs. If you are making something for kitchen, then make it modular kitchen. If you are making something for bedroom, then make it master bedroom. If you are making something for home, make it smart home. Indian middle class is very ambitious. I also come from middle class. We are very ambitious and we are ready to opt every particular option. Often people say we don't have demand. No, we don't have the right product at the right time. Are we supplying the right product? One of my very good friend, he started switch based concept startup and they install the switches, electrical switches, and that make it smart switches. You can access it from any part of the room or the home, and people are buying it for what? Because it's making their home a smart home. This is the gist which people or the startup which are successful all over the world they are using it, and we are lacking it in India. Just to make sure that the message is conveyed to everyone, I have put in this particular mark here. Make your branding, marketing, whatever you are doing in your business, whether you make agriculture product, IoT as the center of it. If you are making something like something food product, then on your food packaging, you must have a QR code. If the person is going to scan your QR code, you will provide everything, every possible detail from the protein, the carbohydrate, don't, do's and don't, and your product. without any further investment will be a IoT based product. This is the key thing you must remember. Whether you have two choices, fall behind or go ahead. Technology has the best, one of the best thing, and I love it. It gives you two options. Either go with the wave or fall behind. Today you have two choices. Go ahead with the wave or fall behind. Go ahead with the wave or fall behind. No matter what you make from today, make it IoT based and you will overcome your competition with just one decision. Entire competition will be over from today because everyone is making those traditional business decisions and you are making everything based on smart decision. The world has hope and scope for smart IoT based product and service at a large scale. But in India, we are not providing that. If you think there is no demand, there is huge demand. And that leads to the next pointer, and which is networking. Whenever you feel in your business journey that you are far behind from your targets, you feel you can't make it, you are far behind from the investors, always remember you are just one good person away, with just one good person away. So today's your first assignment is exchange your business card, visiting card with everyone else who is present in this room. I am ready to exchange your visiting card and I am ready to do whatever is required to provide to support you. And now let's move to the next slide, which is I personally call $1 million slide. This particular slide took me more than a month to finalize. I had meeting with Nitin a long time back, and from that moment, this single slide took me more than a month to finalize. And here we have artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence will lead you, all of you, to Internet of Things. Internet of Things will lead us to semiconductor chip, and that will create the demand for robotics. So the question is how you are going to navigate into the field of artificial intelligence or Internet of Things, because you are not an expert and you don't have time to invest to learn everything about artificial intelligence. So just to connect your business wherever you are and wherever the wave is going, I have created a workbook. This is AI integration workbook. With this book, you can identify where your business is, be with your founders, directors, executives in your boardroom, and have a proper discussion with them that here we are. This book will help you identify all the loopholes, all the parameters, and all the scope. You don't need to invest 1 year or 2 years to test it. The job has already been done for you. The job has already been done for you. And those who are taking photograph, you don't need to take photograph. I have done that for you as well. This workbook will help you identify all the scope, whether you are in education, whether you are in any particular industry, you will have the workbook. Your job is to be with your CEOs, executives, no matter how much busy they are, and ask all the questions that are present in this workbook. So now all of you are have with one choice, whether you are going in artificial intelligence or you are going to fall behind. So let me ask you, how much time do you need to prepare for artificial intelligence? According to author Malcolm Gladwell, we need 10,000 hours of practice to become an expert in any particular field. If we divide 10,000 by 8, if we put 8 hours of practice every day for 4 years, then it means we have practiced for 10,000 hours. And that's the amount of hours of practice all those elite performer in Olympic, they put in their preparation. It's 8 hours of practice every day for 4 years, and then that's how they get the Olympic medal. But with the entrepreneurs or the professionals, we have one problem: we don't have that much of time. We need result now or never. Either we have to respond to the investors or board members or seniors or executives or our customer. We don't have that much of time. We are in a stage because of technology, we need results now, today, or never. So, for that, I went through all the data and I found something. And this theory is going to change you forever. Let me ask you this question. कितने परसेंट भारतीयों को ये पता है कि एक लिफ्ट का बैक एंड कैसे काम करता है? कितने परसेंट भारतीयों को यह पता है कि एक एयरप्लेन कैसे काम करता है? एक एयरप्लेन में कौन से फीचर होते हैं, कैसे वो काम करते हैं? I think, based on my engineering background, less than 1% Indian knew about it कि एक लिफ्ट का पुलिस सिस्टम कैसे काम करता है, एक एयरप्लेन टेक ऑफ कैसे काम करता है, एक मेडिसिन जो आप लेते हो वो कैसे बनती है, एक एस्केलेटर कैसे काम करता है. Without knowing these things, we are able to use it properly every day in our life, and these things are helping us. We knew only one thing: if we have to go somewhere fast from A to B, we are going to pick the plane. So I have created a theory for all of you. This theory has not been published anywhere yet. This theory has been prepared for this event specifically. It has not been published anywhere so far. For the first time, you are watching this theory. This theory is going to connect our present knowledge with the requirement of artificial intelligence, and we call it the elevator theory of AI, a pragmatic approach to operational simplicity of artificial intelligence. I don't want you to go home and wonder about how I'm going to use artificial intelligence. This is such a complicated topic. I have simplified how we can use lift or airplane or train or the medicines we get for without any worry, without learning anything about that. Because the first thing we knew about all these, whatever, even if you are using the app, even if you are using the cab, we can do it on the basis of one keyword, which is we have functional knowledge. We don't know how a lift works. We don't know how they make the lift. We don't know how the lift operate, but we knew the functional knowledge, the medicine your doctors has recommended to you, the skincare routine you follow, or the app you use. You don't know how they work, what is the back end work, who operates it, who manages it, what is the efficiency factor, what is the cost factor, who is the CTO, who is the CEO, who is the decision maker. We have the functional knowledge. And if we can use any particular product in this world with functional knowledge, then we can use artificial intelligence as well. So the one keyword is artificial intelligence is functional or operational knowledge. The second keyword is application. We don't know how lift work. The only thing we know is whether we have to press the button one, first floor, the second floor, the third floor, or we have to go to the top level. The same is with the airplane. We don't know how airplane work. We knew how to buy the ticket and then go ahead. So in artificial intelligence, we are going to learn the application. And don't worry, we are going to do everything today. And then the first thing is testing. In military, if you talk about any elite military unit, they have a simple rule to follow. In fact, the best of the best investor in the world, they follow the simple one principle: testing. They first test it, whatever their theory is, for 10 times, 20 times, until they are going to be sure. And the moment they are going to be sure, then they are going to make the best move. What is the problem with us, the middle class people? We make our best move the first, and if it doesn't work, we run out of the resources, and then we call it a big failure. Those who are big companies, big brain, they first test it for 10 times, 20 times. Everything in this slide has been tested literally 50, more than 50 times. And then I finalized the entire PPT. That means I have put in everything. And whatever I'm sharing with you, I have tested it in this presentation itself, and I'm going to prove it. So when it comes to the elevator theory, we need only three things: the functional knowledge, the application, and then we are going to test it. And the better name is bullet first and cannon later. When we go for war, whether we talk about Indian Army or any army, we first fire the bullet, and we fire it multiple times until we become sure. And when we become sure, then we use our cannon. What is problem with us? We, in general life, we always make our best move the first time. And when it doesn't work, we call it a big failure. While those who are elite, they make the first move, then they readjust their angle, then they make the second move, and then they readjust their angle. And when they are going to be dead sure, then they are going to make their best move. 3 months back, my brother introduced me in investing. And he asked me, Jaideep, you are intelligent. You should start with 10 lakh or 20 lakhs something investment. And I I thought about it. Should I invest 10 lakh or 20 lakh immediately from the first day? And then I went with the same theory, bullet first, cannon later. And I said, no, I'm going to invest 40,000 rupees. And he was like, you are crazy. You're my brother. You can have any amount of money. And I said, no. When it comes to growing ahead, let us use the theory of elite performer. We are going to test it multiple times and then we are going to make the best move. For last 3 months, even after having all the money, I have only 40,000 in my personal portfolio. I buy stocks, I sell stocks. When I win, I note down all the victories, why I won. But when I fail, I learn my lesson as well. And the day will come when I will be dead sure about my investment strategies. These are the strategies of top elite investors from all over the world. The day I'm going to be dead sure, I'm going to put whatever I have because at that moment I have maximum chances of making the success. These days we see videos where people talk about I invested this much of amount and I failed, right? They are making the mistake of putting all the money in one go. Never make the mistake in your entire career of making the best move as the first move. Hold your best move, and before you move, make your best move. Test it 3 to 5 times, and when you are sure and you have adjusted your angle as per the requirements, then invest your money or your time. In this world, we can have an amount of money or career opportunities, but in the end, we have one life. That's why this theory matters so much for me. If I'm not ready to follow my own theories, how I can ask you to follow my theory? And for that I tested it multiple times. And now let's go to the next slide. And when we are going to combine all these three factors, functional knowledge, application, and testing, functional knowledge, application, and testing, we can combine these three words in just one word, and that we call prompt. Prompt is everything that we need today. Prompt is basically a set of instructions that we give to artificial intelligence and that give the answer that we need. Do we need 1,000 books today? The answer is no. If we knew how to use artificial intelligence perfectly well, do we need to form all these lectures to find the right answers for our student if we are, let's say, professor in any particular university? The answer is no. If your founders or directors or your seniors is behind your back or watching your over your shoulders and they want result, do you need that much of preparation? No, if you knew how to use the right prompt at the right time. So for that, I have created two prompts for you. And here is a twist. If you are going to use one of the prompt, then this prompt will create your this prompt will create your 1 year of entire social media calendar, your 1 year of social media calendar with all the strategies and all the planning for you without thinking for a second. Your next 1 month long social media content strategy is from my side and in front of you. But I have created one prompt for you, and that has given you the entire social media strategies, whether you are building brand or marketing, or you are want to grow your company, or you want to feature your company in the top best magazines. I have created a prompt for you. What if we have another problem in our journey? We have just tested the prompt in front of you. What if we have another problem in our journey? So to solve your problem, I have done something even bigger for you. And here is something. Here at ReThynk AI, we have created 1,000 prompts for you that all are available to you and have been tested multiple times. And these all prompts have the potential of solving all your business problems, whether from product, operation, HR, finance, whether your CEO is asking for the review, whether your CEO is asking for report, or you are falling in targets. These 1,000 prompts have everything that you need in your business journey. Those who have missed today, they have missed a big opportunity. And this particular manual holds more than 200 pages. So you are wondering, Jaideep, how much it's going to cost us? 1 lakh, is 1 lakh enough to have the answer for all your business problems. What if I keep it at 50,000? Is 50,000 is good enough to solve all your business problem, all your career problems? What if 25,000? So here is the twist. The entire pricing is on me. You don't need to pay anything. I have done your job for you. I have done your job for you. Go to ReThynk.AI website whenever you have the time. In the prompt section, you can access the entire manual for free of cost. The cost is on me, and you can solve all your business problem from today. Whether marketing or planning or strategy or operation, anything, we have covered more than 30 topics for you. This is the power of artificial intelligence. And if you think you can beat this level, the chances are very rare. I have the best of the best brain. I have someone who can write the best of the best book, which is going to hook you from the page one to the last page. But the challenge is this person need at least a year to write a book. And with help of ChatGPT, I can write a book in 30 seconds. No matter how intelligent you are, I am with the time and I can beat you with a huge margin. The moment by the time you are going to make the first draft of your book, I am going to write 10 books. And I assure you, these all books will be bestseller. This is the power of artificial intelligence. This is the power of prompt.